All right, let's do this. Good morning, everybody. Oh, I need to close the door too. Let me do that real quick. Hello and welcome. Sorry I missed yesterday. I woke up with a terrible headache. I ended up not eating at all yesterday. No food. I had a couple of carrots around 3 o'clock. And that was it. I just wasn't hungry. I wasn't feeling good. I had a headache. It was not a good day. So we're gonna do something different, interesting. Something. Good morning, Pika. Good morning, Gold Zulu. We're gonna do something a little different today. So I have we still have a lot of work to do on the casino, and that's what this week is going to be about. Good morning, Hawk. 2000. Good to see everybody. I only have an hour this morning, and I thought I would do something kind of different and interesting. So let me start here. Over the weekend, that's the wrong size. That's the very wrong size. Can you get to the right size, please? Why is it the wrong size? It's so hard to resize this stuff too. Okay, we'll call it that. I don't have the casino running today. If you want to play on the casino, try and get the beta. Hit me up. You can get in the beta for the Alexa one. But what I want to talk today about is baseball cards. And I know that's not super exciting to everyone, but it's super exciting to me. And I just wanted to show you guys. So over the weekend, I took my collection, which had been somewhere. Thought I still had that open. Maybe not. Okay. So if I go to sports card collection, I've been keeping this all in a Google Sheet. In many sheets, right? And so I have all of this data with all of this information about all of the cards that are currently in my collection, including pricing, right? So if we look at this, you can see I have low Beckett, high Beckett. Beckett is a pricing guide. And so I've gone through, and as I entered each card, I looked up the price that Beckett said my card was worth. And in some cases, they're really expensive. In most cases, though, as you get further down this list, you can see lots of them are worth a nickel or a penny. So they're not nearly as valuable as that top end of the list, which is the oldest cards. Those are from the 50s and 60s. So over the weekend, I converted, as you might expect, to Airtable. And so I have my full card list table here. You can see I've got lots of columns and data. Thankfully, cut and paste really easy. I cut and paste really easy. So I got to move most of this data over for free. It wasn't very hard. But then I built relationships. And you can see any of these items that are covered in blue boxes are object references, right? So if I click on who's a name I know, trying to find one that might have some good data. These are 1957s, that's why. Let's go down here a bit to like the 80s. So let's choose Bob Walk. He was a pitcher for the Pirates in the 80s. So in here I can see his record. I can see a list of all of his cards. I can also see like specific data about him, right? If I took all of his cards, his net worth of all of these cards is 32 cents for 14 cards. Best case, if I was to get the highest price most people would pay, that'd be $1.50 for all 14 cards. So they're worth about a dime a piece at best. Anyway, so there's all this fantastic data and relationships and things that I get in here. And you can also see that I have a bunch. Is it a bunch of empty rows? Why does this say 99.95 filled in? Let's turn our sorts back on. Figure out what's going on here. There we go. Yeah, I had created some accidental empty rows. So let's take these. Now, one of the things that I have not done on here is really show cards or talk about them or whatever, but today we're going to do something, like I said, we're going to do something different. So you can see that, let me go way down here to the series. This is probably the best way to do it. So modern baseball cards are very different from old baseball cards. It used to be there was just one kind, and they would publish them, and you would buy packs and you would get them. But if you look at like this list of 2020 Allen Ginter right here, so you can see this row all the way down to this row. All of these rows are really the same set. But what they do is they create all of these different variations. And this Allen and Ginter set is kind of fun and interesting because there's a bunch of cards in here that aren't even really baseball players or even baseball topics. And we'll get into that in a second. But it's still kind of fun. And then they come in all sorts of different variations. So you can see that there's all these different mini kinds. There's the normal standard minis. Actually, I have my box of them. I'm going to grab it. Minis are cards about this size. So you can see that they're small and they slide around in the container that's built for a baseball card. But then they have all the regular cards. Take this stack out. I'm trying to be careful with them. Whoa. So they have some cards in the deck that are just tall buildings, right? So like that one's just the Comcast Tech Tower, and this is the Steinway Tower. I don't know why they've chosen to do this as part of their set of cards, but they have. They also have a bunch of other variations. You can see them in the list there. But like this is Long Ball Lore. So it's just a different style of card. And then even within the styles, like this is another one. Like this is Digging Deep, right? This is just a list of like different minerals with pictures of them. Pretty interesting. And then of course you have the normal baseball cards that look like this. So you have all these different variations, and you can see all those are not all the variations. Those are only the variations that I've collected so far because I've gotten them in packs or whatever. So something that I've seen that's been pretty popular on YouTube and even here on Twitch is people opening boxes and packs of cards hoping for rare things. And I, as a matter of fact, have a brand new box of this set, this Allen and Ginter set. There's all sorts of variations in here. In fact, I got one more here I can show you. This is one I got in one of my first packs. And you can see with this card, that little circle at the bottom that's circled in red, that's actually a piece of this guy's uniform. A game-worn uniform is embedded in the card, which I think is pretty awesome. This card's worth about $8, by the way. So if you think about the cards that you have, oh my gosh, Florin dropping off 38 people. Wow. Hey, welcome back, W. Giorgio. So what we're doing today, everybody, all 38 of you, normally this is a channel where we build stuff for Alexa. We do a lot of software development. Today we're doing something a little bit different. Thank you, Florin. I appreciate it. Let me grab my scissors. And today we're going to do something that's a little bit different. So we're going to unbox some baseball cards. I got this box. This is a brand new box. I'm just popping the seal on it right now, so you can see the plastic wrap is coming off. Never done this before where we do like an unboxing live, but my hope is that there's something awesome in here, because there could be. I mean, there's cards that are worth hundreds of dollars, and they come in boxes just like this. So there are 8 packs of cards in this box, and what we're going to do is open every single one of them. Okay, box is open. We get our packs out. You can see that there are 8 packs here. And let's do this. Let's see what we've got. We're not going to log them right now. I'll worry about logging them later in the database. But the goal, the thing that I'd like to do, is to be able to build an Alexa skill that will feed me back all of this data. We've already done a ton with being able to talk to Airtable and get data out of it. But now I have so much rich data. I mean, if we just look at this, let's go to the full card list. There are currently Solomon G, thank you. Do you have a bigger camera screen? Yeah, I'm going to blow it up here in a second. I definitely will be flipping over, Florin. So you can see I have 10,000, almost 11,000 different cards in this database right now that are my cards. But if you look over here at quantity, because I have duplicates of some, I actually have 17,533 cards in this collection. So here we are, big picture. Florin, thank you. And I'm not done. That's just the ones that I've logged. I probably still have a couple thousand more that I need to put into the database before. We're probably closer to 22 to 25,000, I would guess, when I'm done with all this. But I've never gone through the process of like keeping track of them all and putting them in a database. They've just been living in a big Tupperware crates in my basement for years, and in my parents' basement before that. Okay, first pack. Here we go. Let's see what we got. So the interesting thing about these packs is that they actually have different size cards in them. So you'll always get a couple of these off the top. I gotta go sit a little higher, and we'll talk about the cards that I got. But yeah, this is a pretty standard pack. So I didn't get anything super exciting, but let's talk about what's in here. So I got whoever this is, Courtney Hanson. She's actually a TV host, but that's a mini that I got of her. I'm not going to go through every card, but we got, if you guys know baseball, this is Mike Piazza. We got his long ball version of the card. And then we got, what's interesting about this is that, the four other cards that I got are just basic cards, which, again, they're still worth 25 to 50 cents. But I got Sean Casey, Bryce Harper, and Michael Franco. But then I also got, this guy here, Doc Emmerich. He is a baseball broadcaster. And so they make cards for lots of things that aren't just baseball players. Good morning, Corey Haynes. So I'm going to keep these in separate piles. All right, that was pack 1. Nothing exciting in there. That's all right. It's still good. And what I'm doing with a lot of these cards is you list them on eBay. These modern cards are crazy. People are really into them. We're hitting a really interesting wave of sports card collecting in this country. I don't know if it's global, but it's certainly here in the United States. And people are crazy for this stuff. So I can sell every one of these cards on eBay for $1.50-ish. And if you think about it that way, like the box costs $20, I'm getting way more money back than I am spending on the cards. So kind of cool. Okay, I still haven't gotten many duplicates. That's good. All right, so in this pack, we got Justin Verlander, Chip Gaines from that house makeover show. Get my face off the screen. I don't know how they decide how to put these people on here. I got a Bob Gibson, a Jose Barrios, and then here's some of the other interesting cards that you get in these sets. This is a mini series, right? It's another one of those mini cards. But this set is called Where Monsters Live, and the title of this card is Under the Stairs. So that's this card. I don't know why they have a set called Where Monsters Live. I have one called Under the Bed. I think I only have 2 of those now, but just funny to me that they have all of these like weird variations. All right, pack number 3. Come on, we got to get something good. I want to get another one of those ones with the game-worn jersey in it. I think that's pretty fun. Another thing that I'm doing to try and get some value out of my baseball cards while I open this one is I'm sending them off to a rating agency. Not all my cards, but the really, really good ones, the ones that are in fantastic condition. And those cards are like Ken Griffey Jr. rookie cards and like really popular players that are also rookies or very, very old. Like I have a 1957 Ernie Banks, who was a famous Chicago Cub for a long time. This is another relatively boring pack. Let's see. We got a couple players. Like we got a skateboarder though. This is Bucky Lasik. If you like skateboarders, there you go. And then we got a few baseball players. Mark Grace on the Diamondbacks. But then we got another one of those buildings. So we got the One World Trade Center. These cards are so strange to me, but I find them very interesting. And they're selling well on eBay, and that's the thing that I like the most, is that like I can buy this pack of cards, pick out a few that I like, sell the rest on eBay, and make my money back. So there was a question. Someone asked, what are the pops that are on the turntable? You guys may have noticed this is a new addition to the office. W. Giorgio noticed down here in the corner. Those are the Avengers. They made a series. Let me see if I can find a picture. Avengers Assemble Funko. You know that famous scene that is in the very first Avengers movie, where like they all like get ready to fight in New York City, and the camera kind of goes around them. That's this, and so they're sold. Let me see if I can. They're sold like this in individual pieces, but this is a good picture here. So you can see that they all fit together like this, and they sell them one at a time, and then you buy all 6. And when you get the Black Widow one, the Black Widow one has the centerpiece, which has the Avengers logo on it. So I don't want to pick it up because I'll knock it over and whatever. But at some point, maybe I'll move it higher, put it more visible. But that's what the ones on the rotating thing are, because there's 6 of them. They all fit together. So I thought it was kind of cool to have it rotating around. But that's basically what it looks like. And so it just flips around, and it's part of this entire nonsense set. So when I say start the office nonsense, all of these crazy lights turn on, and the spinny table is on a smart switch, and so it starts spinning when I turn this stuff on too. Anyway, good luck getting an Iron Man. That one is super expensive. It's going for like $90 now. I buy them at retail, so they cost $15 or whatever. All right, let's get into pack number. This is pack number 4. Pack number 4. I wonder if I could weigh these. I wonder if there's a way to weigh them, because this card is substantially thicker than most cards, and it has like fabric and stuff in it. I gotta imagine the pack that one came in was heavier. I don't know. We'll keep going in order, but okay. Here we go. Pack number 4. Rip it. What's the money count behind me? Oh, the money count, $3,000 or so dollars. That is the current stock price of Amazon. Ooh. What? Well, that's interesting. I've never seen one of these before. There's this extra card. It says, be the first to crack... I don't know, have any idea what this is. Be the first to crack the code and win special 2020 Topps Allen & Ginter Codebreaker autograph cards. Okay, I like codes. But this is just like an insert. That's not really fair to make that one of my cards, because I got one less card because of that. I also got more of these minerals, right? Digging in the Deep. This is Chrysoberyl. Weird. Weird but cool. I actually got that same Broadcaster Girl in another pack. And, but that's a different back. Did I get 2 different versions of it? I did. Wow, that's kind of cool. So this is another thing that they do. You can see that I got 2 of this same mini card. It looks the exact same on the front, but on the back, and this is where baseball cards have gone crazy, and that's why they're so valuable, because there's like rare variations. One of them is a normal back, and the other one has this Allen & Ginter logo on the back, and the Allen & Ginter logo version is more expensive. It's more valuable because there's fewer of them made. So there you go. So I got 2 of the same card, but actually I got 2 different cards. There are no sticks of gum in cards anymore because they ruined them. And then I did get a Darryl Strawberry, for those of you that grew up in the 80s. Got a Darryl Strawberry. So, all right, 3 more cards. I'm kind of a little upset about this crack the code thing, but hopefully I don't get a lot of those. That's the first one I've seen, and I've opened 2 boxes in the past. This is the first one I'm obviously doing on stream here. But I may do this every time I get cards now, is just open them on stream. You guys are being super inquisitive, and I love it. Okay, let's see. Baseball, Tom Seaver, Fred McGriff. Oh, I got a double. There's a series called Down on the Farm. Literally just things from farms. This card is called Barn. Anyway, the Barn card is still worth like $3, so I'll take it. I got Sonny Gray. I got Kirby Yates, Tom Seaver, Fred McGriff, and Anthony Kay as a mini. Again, you get a mini in every one. You get some player cards in every one. But man, I would really like to see something that's fancy and shiny. Again, a lot of these, the distribution, they tell you the odds of getting some of these cards. The distribution in some of these rare cards, it's like 1 for every 500 packs, right? So you just gotta hope you get one. You can't buy packs thinking you're gonna get one. Oh, I got something a little different. I got an Aroldis Chapman, but you can see how this mini has a nice border on it. It has that black border. That black border is rarer. If it can focus on the card. There you go. The normal cards don't have that swirly black border. It's kind of a really light gray black border is the one they have. I got a Johnny Bench in like their Field Generals series. Again, there's all these crazy series and different things. I got a Jim Palmer. Nice. All right. We got 2 packs left. What do you guys think? We gonna get anything good? And again, even with these cards that I've gotten, there's enough here that I can throw these up on eBay and feel pretty good about myself. But I want something crazy. I want to be that guy that like loses his mind because he got some amazing card. Reggie Jackson. I got a Mo Vaughn long ball. Again, there's nothing. Elvis Andrus is here. There's nothing that is crazy good though. Sorting these into piles to make it easier. I'm gonna. Oh, I dropped one too. That's never good. You don't want to drop them. All right, we're on to our last pack already, and my hope. Let's do that. Okay, so my hope here is that this is the one. This is the one we saved, right? This is the last pack. The way they sell these boxes too, which is weird, is it comes with 7 packs of 6 cards plus 1 bonus pack. I've never seen it without the bonus pack though. Well, I didn't get another one of the game-worn stuff in it. I got a Mike Clevenger. He's an former Indians player. He's on the Padres now, I believe. Max Scherzer, Aaron Judge. That's always a good card. Yeah, pretty boring pack. That was a boring box. I'm so sorry. We'll have to do this again when I have more pennies that I can put together. Once I sell some of these, I'll buy some more boxes. Just keep cycling through the same money. All right, so we got a whole stack of cardboard, and now it's just a matter of using that. So now I want to know more about this though. Like I like puzzle games. Crack the code. There's some information on the back that I shouldn't share. But I'm betting if I go to eBay and I go type in Allen and Ginter, crack the code. I'm sure someone's trying to sell this card. Yeah. $1.89. What is that? Is anyone actually buying this? 99 cents. All right. That's what I'm saying though. Like I have 48 cards here. If I sold every single one of them for $1, I'd double my money. Almost triple my money. So, all right, cool. So the thing that I wanted to do, and we'll give a start on this right now, is to be able to think about how we would be able to ask for the information that's in this database. So if I wanted to be able to, and where this is going, where this eventually would live, is that imagine you make this this template, an Airtable template for people to use, and in that template, anybody can enter their own cards. And then somehow they do something or whatever, but when they talk to the skill, it tells them about their baseball cards, not my baseball cards, right? So they could go in, create an Airtable. I don't know how we create a record or whatever, or a login or something, but then they would have the ability to query their own baseball card collection. So I think that would be kind of cool, because I'd want to know this information. Now, we're not actually going to have it give me those answers, but I thought it might be cool to go through the development process of building a skill that could do this, that can give me that information. So I'm guessing there isn't something else already like this. This seems like a big project. But let's go to amazon.com/skills. And we'll say card collection. And there's nothing. What about just collection? Collection schedule, music collection, smart home collection, quote collection. Okay, we'll try one more thing. Sports cards. Not cars. Although if I had a sports car collection, that'd be cool too. Cricket scorecard, MMA fights, Hulu. Yeah. Yeah, this is interesting. Okay. So nothing exists. So let's get into building something. So this is my Chatsino that we're working on. By the way, you can see there in the notes above my name where it says Blankenberg Builds there at the bottom. I have built a casino for Alexa. It's not done. It's in beta right now. If you'd like to get in the beta, if you'd like to try it, all you need to do is just drop me a private message, a whisper here on Twitch with the email address you use for your Alexa device or shopping on Amazon or whatever, and I can send you all of that stuff over. Corey, I'm not running the casino right now, unfortunately. I got kind of in a scramble this morning, and I haven't had a chance to set it up. So should I do that? I guess that's the real question. Should I do that? I could do that. No. All right, Corey, it's running. I did my thing. You can now do your thing. It definitely does clutter up chat, that's for sure. Okay, but it's running and that's fine. Let's get into thinking about how we model something to talk to this kind of data, because I think this is going to be an important part of it. So we're going to call this card collector. Look at me, I'm not actually cheating. Normally I cheat and I just have one word like Chatsino and I make it 2 words. This is actually 2 different words. So we're going to custom, we're going to do... no, why? I don't even need to do this here. What am I doing? Okay, let's come back. I don't even have it open. So let's do this. And let's close the folder that I'm in. We should do this command line style, right? So what I want to do first is just create a new folder in GitHub. This is called Card Collector, new folder. Okay. So now that I've done that, let's go open that folder. Give me a little terminal window. Go away. All right, let's do ask new. So this is the command line way to create a brand new skill. We've done this in the browser plenty of times before, but we'll say Node.js. That's what we're going to build in today. I would just like a standard AWS Lambda skill. Hello. You know what? Let's back out of this for a second, because I have a GitHub repo that can solve some problems for me. So if we go look at my repositories, it's like Alexa skill template. I think I can do say ask new that's not what I want. Ask help CMD. That's not what I meant. Ask help new. Also doesn't work. What do you want from me? Ask help. Ask help new. Why aren't you giving me the help that I want? Ask new -h. There we go. Template URL. That is what I want. So I think I can say ask new template URL that. Yes, please. Would you please type in your skill? Card collector. And let's start over again. Ask new that. Yes. Card collector. There's a thing I always forget that I need to do on this, and I don't remember what it is because I always forget to do it. Ask new -h. I think they need the branch. I think that's the thing that I'm missing. Let's try this again. Card collector. Yeah, I just have to tell it the name of the branch because for whatever reason they don't assume. I mean, I know we're all in the process of trying to change our branch names and stuff like that, which I haven't done. But it just seems like, why wouldn't they? I mean, I would assume the default on GitHub is still master. Why wouldn't you just assume that's the one I mean if I don't give you one? I don't know. Okay, so then we can do ask deploy. Hopefully this just works. Okay. Certainly looks like I have. Oh, they changed it to main. That's good. But this is an older repository. I still think like it should look for the primary branch, whatever that is. Look for main first. If it doesn't find that, look for master, and then otherwise give me an error. But I just feel like it could make things a little bit easier. So failed to find the ask resources .json file to deploy. It certainly looks like there's one right there. What do you want from me? Let's see if upgrading the CLI gets me past this error. Really? Give permission now. It appears that I do. Now if I say ask deploy, what do you think? What? Oh. Okay. For some reason, I thought I was already in the directory. That's my bad. What do you guys think of my cool Remars sweatshirt? Got this for helping organize the first Remars. There's only like 6 of these in existence. But man, this is like a Lululemon men's sweatshirt. This is one of the most comfortable sweatshirts I've ever owned, but it was too small for me. I could not wear this without being embarrassed by how I looked in it. And this morning, officially down 20 pounds. Of course, not eating yesterday helped, but yeah, here we are. 20 pounds down. Diet Tuesday. I can't believe I'm down 20 pounds, but it would be nice to get another 30. That's my goal. I just got to get to another 30. Okay. Let's look at this Ask Resources. The current revision ID, let's just find revision ID. I never remember where that lives. Just take this away. If I just delete it. Oh, and we want to change the name of this too. Card collector. Let's see if that gets me anything. Gosh, this is so annoying. All right, we're going to blow this all the way. Well, no, I've already created the skill, though. Let's just go create. Let's go create the function that I want to use. All right, create function, card collector, permissions. I would like the execution role, use an existing role, and the existing role is going to be the Alexa skill template. I think that's the one. 1590. Create function, add trigger, Alexa skills kit. Cool, so this should be our function now. Let's see how that works. Yeah, I had a feeling it was probably not the right IAM role, so let's go look at permissions. Take this. Does that open it for me? So much work. I honestly wonder sometimes, like when you have to do this kind of hackery, and I know I've brought this on myself by using my own template, but it just makes me wonder with someone that doesn't really know what's going on or just knows enough to be dangerous, like how do they manage their way through this stuff? I would be so angry. that I'm just getting these random errors for no reason. Okay. Looks like it's working this time. I still feel like there is such a huge opportunity in this world for software development to be easier. I don't have all the answers. I'm not even close to having all the answers. But I do feel like sometimes it's harder than it needs to be. Especially when we start talking about all these cloud services and building these things and configuring and security, and like you have to be, it's still like 20 years ago. I remember when I first got into web development, like in the late 90s, early 2000s. If you were building a website, and this is still kind of true today, but generally you see larger teams, but you had to understand how to build a database. You had to understand JavaScript, CSS, HTML. You had to understand some backend language like PHP or classic ASP or something like that. You had to know each of those individual pieces, and the resources that are online today weren't there. So you had to crack a book open or just hope that you were working with somebody that knew it. And it drives me crazy that it's got to be this hard. We've built, like, I feel like right now we've built the bottom level, like the bottom layer of cloud infrastructure. And there's so much room above to make this stuff accessible. Like, here's a great example. This baseball card thing that I'm building, there's an audience for that. There's probably a couple 100,000 people, maybe 1 million people in the world that would really want to use something like this. But it's so hard to be able to do this by themselves. So they just don't, or they manage it in an Excel spreadsheet or some other manual way because it's accessible enough for them to do it. But if they could make this stuff happen, if it was easy, of course they would use this stuff. And I just feel like we as an industry are failing users pretty regularly, in the spirit of fast to market. And I know this is a bit of a rant I'm going on right now, but it bugs me. It feels like there's an opportunity to be better, and we're not taking that opportunity. Okay. Now that I've done all of that, let's go here. Nope, don't go there. Because you take away... Yeah, if I click that button, you take away my ability to get to the dev portal. Okay, so we have this new skill we created called Card Collector. And in here, we have our most basic interaction model, which is cancel, help, stop, repeat, hello world, whatever. So I just wanted, I can only be on here for another 15 minutes, but I wanted to think about, is that right even? I hate to spend time to find out when I have to leave, but I think I need to do that. I feel like I have a thing at 11. I do. I have a thing right at 11. So I'm going to have to drop here pretty quick. So let's create a new intent. And I'm thinking about all the data that we're going to query. So if we go back and look at my list, I have brand, series, organization, team, year, and player. Those are really the things that I'll be querying. And what I really want to know for most of these, if I look at like brand, these are the different brands of cards that I have in my collection. Again, it's not all encompassing, it's just what I have. And this is basic, right? This should almost be called like manufacturer, but these are the brands. And then inside the brands, we have series. And so you can see like Topps in 1991 had Topps Baseball, but you can see that here we have Stadium Club members only, Topps Baseball, Topps Rookies, Topps Traded. These are all different sets that Topps made in the same year. And so what I want to be able to do is say, like, how many cards do I have from 1991, right? And so I could come to my year table, and I could look at 1991, and I could say, oh, you have 3,580 cards unique. You have 7,619 cards total. The high Beckett total for all of those is $817, right? Like I could give you that information. The next level to no code. I don't. Here's the thing, Goldzulu. I don't believe in no code, but I do believe in the ability to combine components. Like the first example of this that I really saw that I loved was if this then that, right? You don't have to write any code, and you can very easily compose some really interesting scenarios. I feel like there's much more opportunity for that, but what people do is take one aspect of the functionality that's needed out of the hundreds, and they build a simple, junky mobile app for it, and they wrap it in ads, and it's terrible, and it doesn't serve enough of the purpose for me to even justify installing it, let alone using it regularly. And I feel like APIs are where it's at. I think that there needs to be a broader, more open set of APIs that people can use and consume to get the data they need at all times. I mean, imagine if every place that you ever every place you've ever shopped or interacted with in any way, imagine if all of their data was available via an API. So you could compose a little bit from this thing and a little bit from this thing, and like you could grab all the different pieces, build your own application without having to worry. Like, think about all the work and effort that goes into building that Star Wars database skill that I built. Thousands of hours are probably required to fill that entire database in. But somebody already has that data somewhere. So let's free the data. Let's get that stuff out there, make it available, let people use it, and compose it in interesting ways. I don't understand. I mean, I know data is valuable and that people feel like they need to monetize their data, but man, the world would be amazing if everything was an API. You can quote me on that. Okay, so let's think about how I would do this. So I could have I don't think I want to break this down by like quantity. I don't want to have like a quantity intent or a total intent. I think I want, just tell me about. Yeah, it's in a perfect world, QT Vlad, I agree. It's not ideal, but it's something. So let's think about this. Let's do we'll just call it summary intent. Nope, that's going to be like the global one. Let's call this now we'll call it summary intent. And then if you don't give me any slots, I'll give you the basic. So we create our custom intent, and you're going to say something like, how many Topps cards do I have? Or you might say, how much is my set worth? Or, like, here's another good example. I've had to manually enter, if you look at my full card list here, I had to manually enter all of these cards, their numbers, the player, the team they're on in that card, their low price and their high price based on this Beckett price guide, because they don't have an API. I don't have a way to go get that information. I have to obviously keep track of my quantity, and then it's calculating some things for me, but it seems to me that I should just be able to go through an API and say, yeah, I have that card, or I don't have that card. And Beckett knows all of these things, right? If we look at this, I can come in here and find, this is a friend of mine. They're still logged in. They just don't know the prices for these. So these are cards. It's not going to let me zoom in. There we go. So let's do something like Ken Griffey Jr. So if I type his name in, they will give me a list of all of the cards that he has. Now I can just choose him as a person, or I can choose all these cards. You can see that each one of these prices is sitting here. Now, their entire business model is wrapped up in this specific data, but give me an API that I can use, I'll pay for it, right? But they don't even have an API. I'm thankful I can even, I can get it off of this web page at all. Do I have a virtual assistant that does all the entry? No, this is actually my relaxation time goal, Zulu. I like to just sit here, I'll flip a TV show or something on my computer and just go through the cards. I really like it. It is a lot of work. I've basically hand entered 17,000 cards into this database. The Excel JavaScript API. There you go. So what I really want to be able to do is think about how I'm going to query this. So where did my... There we go. So how much is my set worth? Or how many 1991 cards do I have? Oh, yeah. So this is relaxing to me. I actually really enjoy data entry. It doesn't pay well, obviously, but I enjoy, like, it's a nice calming thing for me to go through. You guys got to remember, like, my desk over here, I still have stacks and stacks of cards like this. Like I said, there's probably 3,000 to 5,000 more cards that I got to go through. There's something nice, though, by going through these cards. Like, these aren't even in order. At least I don't think they're in order. If they are, that's always a benefit. But, like, you've got to go through, and I sort them into order, and then I log every single one in the database. And then I have to go to Beckett, and I have to find each price for each card. And then I get them all organized. Once I'm done, I determine how many I have, and I put them in a box of some shape or size. And then I take them down to my basement, where I have this nice cabinet that is holding all of the cards that have been organized so far, and it's getting full. Like, it's really getting full. So we are at time. I wanted to be here longer today, but I will tell you, I thought my life was going to slow down. I thought I was going to have more and more time to do this, but I'm actually finding that my time is accelerating. I thought about that startup. The problem is, without training data, without being able to train an AI to know, like, what is this card, right? They're all unique looking cards. Unless I already have some training data, I've got a lot of work to do. I'd have to, like, scan both sides, and you have to do it in a very manual manner, because you're not going to run these through a machine. You don't want them to get damaged. That's where their value is being undamaged. So, yeah, so anyway, since you guys are all here, we still have 17 folks here, I'll let you guys know tomorrow morning, I'm pretty sure tomorrow morning is good. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to give an Alexa Echo Dot away on the channel. So we'll do that tomorrow morning, give one away. I'm pretty sure Wednesday morning is good for me. I was supposed to be in Australia this week. Yeah, so I can be on from 10 to 11:30 tomorrow morning, so I will be here. We'll give an Echo Dot away. So if you'd like to join, I'm going to be giving Echo Dots away, 2 of them every week through the end of the year. So drop a follow if you're not already following. Just get a reminder that I'm going on, and maybe you can show up one day and win yourself an Echo Dot. So with that, I got to go. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in. We'll see you all very soon. Don't forget to follow if you're not. We'd greatly appreciate it. We're trying to build our way up to 1,000 followers, at which point I've been told I'm going to have to do something ridiculous. So we haven't figured that out yet either. Anyway, you guys all have a great day. I will see you tomorrow morning with an Echo Dot.